And we're...
Hang on, my hand's on backwards. Start it again.
Nah, I'll just cut it out in post, I guess.
What? No, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You're cutting out my brand time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, put your seatbelt on for safety.
Oh shit.
You're sitting on your seatbelt. Hell yeah.
Don't tell me what to do, Dad.
You ain't even my real dad. That's not actually a seatbelt, it's just the fucking ratchet strap that holds the chair onto the moving dolly, because that's a car seat.
Well, now it's across my chest now, so it's all good.
Yeah, safety.
Safety first.
What were we talking about?
I don't know. I'm very scared and nervous.
Yeah.
So let me get into this. Funny thing, I wanted to have a bit for this. Like I want to do like all what the other YouTubers do and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing that. Sorry.
That's cool.
You're not getting your money's worth today.
No. I mean, I didn't pay that much money for this anyway.
Well, good.
I mean, it's like a $13 microphone and the stand is made out of a fucking fluorescent lamp.
I hope so, because there's no returns on this one.
Okay, we're back here in the studio with a special guest.
Me?
Yeah.
Who am I again?
I don't know.
I mean,
you just kind of showed up.
My wonderful electronics specialist, technician,
Yeah.
super genius,
Yep.
Lynn. But yes, I am me, and who are me?
You're Figgy,
Damn.
the panda.
So what is today? What is on the agenda today?
I don't know. We were gonna talk about something like MFF or whatever.
Yes, that was an adventure.
Oh yeah. For completely different reasons, I think, for you than for me.
Oh yeah, because you... Wait, did you go?
Oh yeah, I went.
You did? Damn.
Yeah.
I forgot. That's... no offense to that.
I didn't get a shower until like noon on Friday.
Oh yeah, now I remember.
Yeah.
No, that was like... So I do apologize because I was drunk 12 hours a day every day.
That's just convention too.
No, because usually I'm sober and I'm not used to drinking. And yeah, that was just like, woo, there's free booze and I picked up booze for myself. Hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
Because Anthrocon's usually like, oh, some kids are there, whatever, you know, flasks, not frowned upon. And then MFF's just like, after 8 o'clock, you get rubber suits and all sorts of pup masks, and it's pretty great.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
pretty fun.
Man.
So yeah, I actually brought alcohol and drank a bottle before I went out every day.
Nice.
And you know me.
Yeah.
2 beers makes me cry and debilitates me. So 1 beer was good for like 6 hours buzz.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, fun time because I went with my ex of all people.
Oh yeah.
So, man, I don't know if he's gonna watch this.
Probably
Like,
not.
I want to dunk on him because it's funny. Because it's really funny for some of the things that happen. But I don't want to be mean.
Is he in the group chat?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we gonna post this in the group chat?
Sure.
Okay.
Like, you'll see what I mean. Like, I'm not meanly dunking, but man, it's some juicy stuff. So we decided to go. I can't quite remember. So bad memory combined with pretty long time ago is going to be a bad story. But I made some notes in my head, and once we actually get there, we'll be okay.
Yeah.
I don't exactly remember how it came up, but I think he just asked me, hey, want to go to MFF? And I'm like, sure, whatever.
Yeah, that's how it usually goes. Is like, yeah, do you need a roommate or something?
And of course, even with my ex, I was like, no, we're going, hell yeah. This is going to be great. Because Sesh was going. No, actually, originally, Sesh, my friend, you know him. They
Yeah.
don't.
I think he was in some of the footage, but not a lot of it.
Oh, yeah.
Because I posted the picnic.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that was the time he was there. Because he wasn't there last time.
Yeah.
But yeah. Sesh originally asked me, hey, yo, you want a room for MFF? Like, in January, before MFF. I'm like, yes, I'm going to room with Sesh, and it's going to be great. And then by the time it kept going, and then he's like, yeah, I asked that pretty drunk. So I don't have a room for you anymore. I'm like, oh, cool, whatever. Yeah, he filled his room up with other people, but they were like pretty high-profile artists. He's like big popular time when it comes to con, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm kind of jealous on that end.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I guess you could say I was a popular because for the 2 nights that I actually had a hotel, I was staying with the Furry IRL Discord moderators.
Damn.
Yeah. It was like, I don't know how I ended up there. It's like, yeah, we have 1 extra room, but it's at the Hyatt Rosemont, not the Hyatt Regency, because apparently those are two different hotels, and the Rosemont is a mile away.
Ooh, oh yeah, I remember you had to like walk or something or drive.
Yeah,
every time.
that was interesting.
Man.
Because the shuttle was never on time. It was so far off of schedule that it ended up being early for the next one.
Damn.
Yeah. And I think basically I ended up getting an Uber once, just splitting it with someone else who made the same mistake. And then on the other one, I ended up just walking it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad. I'll get to the weather because that's a pretty funny story. But yeah, I drove up to his house. That's what I did. I drove up, packed, got everything, packed my vintage camera because hell yeah, we're going to take some fursuit photography. That's going to come up later. Drove up there, spent a night at his house, which was fucking way awkward than it needed to be. We weren't sharing a bed. He just had a spare bedroom that I stayed in. He stayed in his own, but it was still just like, oh God, help, get me out of here.
Yeah.
Because just even when we were dating, our dynamic was like that, like, oh no, help.
Yeah.
Because he's quite a bit older than me, so it's just like extreme intimidation too. It wasn't like bad per se.
Yeah.
But it was just the dynamic we had. Anyway, spent the night, drove up, and during the drive, I had no choice in music. He just kind of had his Apple playlist shuffled. And some of it was okay. You had White Stripes, Beatles, we played Abbey Road, White Album. And then a lot of it was like Disney stuff. And I have some thoughts on Disney. Like, I, up till 2 years ago, did not watch, what's the one that all the furries watch?
Robin Hood?
Yeah, Robin Hood. I never watched Robin Hood, but I
watched that so many times I wore out a VCR.
Yeah, you told me.
Robin Hood, The Fox and the Hound,
never seen that one.
Ricky Tikki Tavi.
Never seen that one.
I
never had a childhood.
The Jungle Book.
Yeah, that one.
I think those are the ones that I watched.
I loved Christopher Walken in it too.
I don't know. I haven't watched that in so goddamn long.
No, that was the live action remake that sucked. Yeah,
okay.
Christopher Walken is like
I haven't watched that at all.
Doo-doo-be-doo one. I think the orangutan? Yeah, the giant orangutan. But anyway, yeah. I have some thoughts on modern Disney.
Yeah, CGI remakes and live action remakes of things that should be cell animated, they don't go over well.
That, the copyright stuff, the overall expensive parts, all that stuff.
Not to mention the whole right now thing.
Yeah, I love 70s Disney and even 60s and all that. But yeah, we were listening to Epcot soundtrack and Magic Kingdom theme and all this weird, strange Disney nostalgia stuff that I have no connection to. So I'm just sitting there it's a brand new day. And I'm like, sure, I guess. I liked Space Mountain pretty okay. So yeah, at that point I just threw on my headphones as we were driving up.
Yeah.
It was really boring. The drive was itself, besides the music, weird music, it was very boring through Indiana.
Yeah, the Midwest is basically just this time distorting void. The Midwest is just this time distorting void of corn that inexplicably smells like cow shit.
Yeah, it was corn. We did get to that point. Highway, boring highway.
Yeah. And nobody understands Keep Red except to pass.
No, it was some that scene out of Baby Driver where all three of the red cars are driving at the same speed across all 3 lanes of traffic.
Except with trucks.
Yeah.
And also there wasn't 3 lanes, there was only 2 lanes most of the whole way.
And then somehow half of a lane at some point, 1.5 lanes.
Yeah, I think I remember that part.
Oh man, yeah, the drive isn't really that magical except for the Magic Kingdom theme.
Yeah.
But we ended up stopping. It was at there's a famous Chicago restaurant that's for some reason is in Indianapolis. No, not Indianapolis. On the way to MFF.
Yeah.
It's they dunk your sandwich in gravy. You want it smothered or covered or.
Yeah. I think I've heard about that, but I don't remember what the name was.
Yeah, it starts with an I, but it's that one. We stopped there, and that was a pretty good sandwich. Nothing too fancy. And then we continued driving up, and then we hit Chicago traffic. Outside, metro to your left. Weird lanes that were blocked off by gates.
Oh,
that are for weird emergency vehicles only and stuff.
Yeah, Chicago traffic was especially weird. What time did you get in?
4? It was a nightmare. Yeah, it was 4 o'clock or something.
Okay,
it was
yeah,
pretty
you
early.
got in at least at a better time than I did because basically I knew about the 1 hour time zone difference, but I thought it was the other direction.
Oh, so you would
I
gain
thought I
an
was
hour,
gonna
not
get
lose.
in there at 7 p.m. their time because I was gonna get there about 6 Eastern time. No, I got there at fucking 5 o'clock rush hour. It was horrible.
Oh.
And
No,
I
we
didn't
did it.
even have. I had like a single 20 for the toll booth. That
Ooh.
sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, like, apparently everyone had Easy Pass. I almost blew through it. I almost blew through the fucking the weird like arch things.
Yeah.
Where they do the automatic toll collection, and then I heard so many stories at the convention about people who had been like, wait, am I supposed to go off that weird little like side exit road with the little like 3 toll booths that there's no one going through? Or can I just drive straight because there's nothing in the road, it looks like? And then they get pulled over by
Oh, yeah.
cops. It's like, yeah, you're fucking like dodging. We need our $2 a mile or whatever. Because there were fucking how many toll booths were there?
There's a lot, like 2 or 3. I think we took a way that only gave us 1.
Oh, yeah. And then there was did Google Maps send you over that weird bridge on the Ohio River that had like the automatic toll collection with no booths, and then you just get a bill in the mail like 2 months later or whatever?
Not that I know of, because either that or I paid for pizza so it covered it. Either one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I fell asleep for most of the car ride because it was like you said, it was just Midwest awfulness and Magic Kingdom theme. Like, look up the Epcot theme and you'll see what I mean.
Yeah. It's just weird.
It made me want to go to Disneyland but not spend $3,000 on a day pass.
Yeah. Speaking of weird long drives, just a complete random offshoot. Apparently, my Toyota Camry can get 500 miles on a tank because I filled up 2 hours into the drive, drove to MFF, along with a little bit of idling. I didn't actually leave the parking garage, but I just idled it to recharge the battery because I was charging things. And then I drove all the way back and then to work the next day before I filled up. That
Wow.
got me like 520 miles or something on one fill up.
Wow.
Yeah, I was actually quite impressed, and the light had just come on.
I think mine, if I fully fill it up, I mean, depending on how much I drive, it usually says like 450 miles by default.
Yeah.
City, it gets kind of crap because my damn turbo engine is just like, no, you're getting 15 miles to the gallon everywhere you go now.
Yeah.
I put 50 miles on my car driving around with Bryce last week, and it took like a 1/6 of a tank or something. Like, it moved from like one line to the other, and I'm like, how? We just
Yeah.
drove around New Circle Road for like an hour.
Weird.
This is very regional for the viewers at home.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just take the I-95 to the 501, and you'll end up there.
Yeah. Basically, for those of you who don't know, New Circle Road is like, okay, well, let's build a freeway around the city, but then this weird little part of the city, just like a quarter from like 3 o'clock to like 6 o'clock on the dial, that's just someone lobbied someone else, like the gas stations and the car dealerships or whatever the fuck, just decided, okay, well, I don't like that being a freeway. Why don't we sell you shit instead? So it just goes from 55 mile an hour like freeway where everyone does 70 because all the other freeways in the state are 70. Immediately drops down to like fucking 45 miles an hour stoplight hell where all of the lights are timed so that you can't miss more than one at a time.
Oh, is that where like Quantrell and Chuck E. Cheese is? Well, formerly Chuck E. Cheese, now
Yeah.
FNAF.
Yeah, like it goes like that from like basically right after fucking, I think it's like Richmond Road or whatever, like right after the exit for the big Kroger, and then it goes all the way around past where I am, and then past a little bit more than that, and I think it turns back into freeway somewhere in the neighborhood of like Harbor Freight.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that place is nuts.
This is extremely regional.
Oh yeah, welcome to the Kentucky cast. All of a sudden,
Yep.
we have horses, and that's about it.
We have horses and fried chicken.
Bad fried chicken.
Yeah.
So yeah, we hit the toll booths. and we sat in traffic for like another 3 hours, and we finally got there. We got there. There it is, the airport. We passed the airport. All the flights coming in. The flight attendants in their business suits and airport traffic. And then we pull into the DoubleTree, and what do we see outside? Furry. It was there. It was magical. We were there. We hit the parking garage, and we got free cookies when we hit the DoubleTree, because the DoubleTree is known for their cookies.
Whoa.
They were pretty good. No, you get like a free cookie when you check in.
That's nice.
And they're actually pretty dope. Funny enough, the one there has a nice restaurant next door, and they clearly had signs out there were like, no fursuits allowed, dress code enforced or something like that. Like, it was like, looked like a $60 steakhouse.
We don't want to scare the business people by people who actually have more money than they do.
Oh yeah, my fancy one. You can't wear your $1,500 fursuit into this Chardonnay club. And that's
you have to wear
your ridiculous. You have to wear your $200 Macy's business suit that you bought.
Your like really shitty off the shelf like machine washable suit. You know, your blazer. It's like, yeah, I need to dress business casual that's not casual in the slightest.
Because I'm business.
Oh yeah,
I'm doing a business.
Business accounts.
Yeah, so we get there, check in, whatever. I'm trying to think. I think we just hit the room and then immediately... No, he went to sleep. He was just like, I'm tired. And I was like, dude, we're at MFF. Come on, get your ass up. Okay, fine, whatever. So,
yeah, it's mentally exhausting to drive through
It is.
Ohio.
I finally get it. When I drove to Anthrocon, like last time, I got it. When we went, I finally got it.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, fuck this.
Yeah, I don't remember most of the drive to MFF just because my brain decided, well, it all looks and smells exactly the same, so it just kind of condenses it down into 5 minutes or whatever. And also, there's probably like some trauma involved. I feel like I probably got really angry at someone, but I don't know exactly who. Yeah, so basically, I just remember a couple snapshots. There was like, ooh, I saw a windmill. Let's remember that like part of it. And then I saw a single rest area, and there was a little bit where we went like around Indianapolis, and that was basically it. Cool. That's like all I remember of the drive.
Worth it.
Yep.
But also he's a little bit older than me, so it hits harder.
Yeah.
The juice flows harder, and by that I mean if you drive more than two hours, your body just decides to disintegrate.
Oh yeah. Like what kind of cars he got?
It was a Nissan Acura. Unless I just said two brands instead
yes,
of not
yeah, you said Altima.
Yeah, Nissan Altima.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a standard. It's nice. It's just a standard car.
All I know is that, like, some cars are really bad for road trips because they got, like, either hard suspension or no bolstering in the seats or whatever, so you just get sore after a certain amount of time.
This one was okay.
Yeah. I know that the RAV4, my grandma's RAV4 sucks for road trips. Because even though it's really comfy and whatever in terms of climate control and it's not got any road noise and it's got a decent stereo and such, it sucks for road trips because the seats are rock hard with no bolstering.
Ooh.
So, like, you immediately just get, like, ass bruises. from
And not the good kind. Not the ones you get at the con.
No.
This is the, I gotta get a donut here. Well,
Yeah.
also the other kind, you gotta get a donut too. But I don't know if I drank a beer yet or not. I feel like I did. I think I was just trying to take it all in, so I think I was like, I'm going to go, and I just, like, walked around the con, and I was like, this is magical, this is so big, and I was just, like, in the main hall where you check in, not even the rest of the hotel.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of where everyone just hung out anyway.
Yeah, for the first time. Oh, I gotta explain, because it sets the stage for the weather. I expected Chicago weather. Deep snow, scary ice storms.
You weren't expecting wind.
Well, also wind too, because I had my Cold War check jacket, fish fur collar liner. I was set and ready. I was not prepared for high 40s to low 50s weather and mild wind. That was not suspected.
Also, the Sky Bridge.
It was cold at night, and the Sky Bridge. Yes, I knew about that meme. I finally get it.
Yeah.
I had a t-shirt and jeans, and I was like, please stop.
Yeah, I don't know
Please
what's
stop.
wrong with the heaters in the Sky Bridge. It's just like, okay, yes, let's just make one specific section of the habit trail, make it hot.
Make it hot. Some like it hot.
Yep. And make sure it's like on the way to something important so that all the fursuiters have to walk through it.
That's all that I heard walking through there. Just like, go, go.
Yeah.
It was like desperation. It was like, damn, I get it. I
Yeah.
get it now.
It's like you had the people that were trying to get through there as fast as possible, and then you had the people who were just like, I can't run fast in this. And it's like all of the fast people were jammed up against the slow people because there were people coming the other direction.
Yeah,
too.
and there's only enough room for 2 lanes. It's
Yeah.
just like there's no fast lane unless you like ninja move between people somehow.
Yeah, you gotta like the Naruto run.
And that's rude. You
Oh,
don't
yeah.
push people out of the way.
Yeah. The only time you should do that is if there's like, I don't know, like if a dealer starts giving things away or whatever, you need to get there.
Free fursuits.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Stable Cake is giving away free badges.
Oh,
Shit.
nice.
But yeah, this year they actually had crossing guards. I heard that was like a new thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like that crossway between the Doubletree and the convention center.
That was very useful because
Whoa.
nobody fucking stops for the crosswalks.
Whoa, how was that not like mandated earlier, bro?
Yeah.
Like
Also,
holy crap,
everyone
that
was
so
turning.
scary.
Everyone was turning right on red, which meant the crosswalks were fucking danger all the
Oh
time.
yeah, 100%. Well, you know the one, not the one. So like, here's the Con Hotel, and then here's the walkway, and then here's the convention center, and then here's another walkway, and then here's the Doubletree. The crosswalk right here had guards, and the other one, but here there was no light. There was no crossing light. It was just I guess you yield kind of thing. There
Yeah,
was no
it was
signs
just-
or nothing. It was like
Yeah, it was like on a
zebra
college
stripes.
campus or whatever.
Yeah,
It's
it was
just
like-
like a random crosswalk in the middle of the road with no like warnings or whatever.
I feel
It's
like it was
just
a trick. It was just like, haha, watch people try to cross here, and it was like a extreme level of Frogger. Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing here?
It's like, yeah, basically, if you ended up there, you did it wrong because that means you got to go back all the way fucking through the hotel up to get into the Sky Bridge or whatever.
Oh yeah,
And then, whoops, we closed chunks of the Sky Bridge. So, like, yeah, if you want to escape the habit trail, yeah, it's after like 9 p.m. So the convention center is closed. So you have to go all the way to a fucking hotel to escape the habit trail. But there's no map anywhere. So I actually got lost in there. As like, okay, well, let's get out through the... Oh, no, the convention center doors are locked.
oh boy, do I have a thing for for the layout of that con. It was fun, but man, I do not know how the fuck that con still works, and I was there 5 days.
Oh, yeah.
How the hell is it all connected? Like, here's the artist alley, here's this, and it's just like Anthrocon. It's like here's the main platform, and then up here you have the rooms, and then downstairs you have some
Yeah.
other things, and then here's the dealer's den and artist alley.
I mean,
There, it's like,
Anthrocon
okay.
is like a convention center and a hotel, but the hotel and the convention center kind of go together. Like, it sort of kind of makes sense, except for the weird elevator part.
But I couldn't figure out the rooms. It's like, oh, I want to go to this panel, and I'm looking at the brochure, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Like, half the fucking rooms aren't on the brochure.
yeah, the rooms aren't on the brochure. The map is confusing. It's like, okay, it's in this, and it's like ground level ballroom, and it's like, where the fuck is this ballroom, bro?
Yeah. It's like,
Where do I
okay,
go?
we have, like, stage, which is over here in the hotel, and then we have second stage, which you would think the main stage would... You'd think the main stage would be over in the convention center, but it
But it's
wasn't.
not, yeah.
Yeah, and second stage was bigger than main stage for whatever reason. I think it's weird, or I don't get it.
But yeah, I'm taking it all in, and I'm like, wow. And then I see the Starbucks in the bottom level of where the registration was. Swamped. It was swamped. I felt so bad for the employees there, because they're just like, probably just working there.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, help with all these animal people.
But hey,
The cleaning service people were just, I was like, do I give them money for this? Like, they deserve tips, because they were like, they already looked tired. And this was like 7 p.m.
yeah,
day 0. Not even before registration happened. They looked tired already, or like confused or upset. And I'm like, damn.
oh yeah,
They either knew what was happening, or they were like, I want to go home. I'm not being paid enough for this.
what the hell is happening?
Yeah. It was kind of funny.
Yep.
But yeah, I just kind of like sat like, where is everyone? No, didn't day 0 have registration, or was it the next day?
I think day 0 did have reg.
Yes.
Yeah, because I registered on the first
Yeah,
day.
so it was like 7 p.m. and I'm just hanging around, and then they finally opened registration. I got in line for some reason.
they were
yeah.
snaked through like 3 different lobbies with that fucking
Oh yeah, that
line.
main lobby was like, here was the door to registration, and it went like
Yeah. Like,
no joke, like 6 times.
yeah, like, it was
nuts.
It had a 1 hour from this sign, which of course someone sharpied to say 11 hours instead of 1 hour.
That was inside. That was after like 2 hours of waiting.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was like 1 hour from here is just like the thing in front of the actual registration desk, and then it snakes out for another hour worth in front of the registration desk, and then out into the lobby, and then back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and then out into the other lobby and back and forth twice more until the hotel yelled at us to not have that many people in the lobby because it was a fire hazard. And they were like, okay, yeah, we're going to need to either make you all cram into there because that's less of a fire hazard somehow, because I don't know, I guess they have like a better rating in the first lobby.
Well, I just registered in the convention center. I didn't actually go in the hotel, if that's what you're talking about.
No, I'm in the convention center lobby. I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like there was like the fountain part.
Oh yeah. No, and then the door is like right inside.
Yeah. Cause it was a mess because we were like snaked out into the second lobby with the fountain. And then like the staff started saying, yeah, you guys need to like not be in here because there was too many people in here and the rated capacity is such and such or whatever. It's like, okay, yeah, you need to like all go over into the other lobby with the escalators, with like the multiple escalators instead of one escalator.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was just a mess. I don't know how long I waited in Reg. You
just waited.
Yeah.
Man, it was funny the first time. It was like a kind of thing when someone held up that sign. It was like, 11 hours. And then when like 9 other people did, I was like, we're good.
Yeah.
So,
I posted it on Furry IRL, and I somehow got a lot of karma for that. I don't know why.
Dude, karma's up.
Oh
Stocks
yeah.
are up.
Reddit points, fake internet points.
Dude, popularity.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I run a chat. Come on, do you think my ego's like low? It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. I'm like a discount Popufur, okay? I'm like great value Popufur.
We'll get you there.
Yeah.
Maybe if Telegram somehow needed like mod support or something, like actual technician, I would totally hire you as like a mod to do that.
I mean, I don't
You'd be
really
like,
know
okay,
how
here's my
to...
web form. You're good, done.
I don't actually like know how to code. I'm mostly hardware.
If it was like 2006 and it's like, hey, my forum board is messed up. We got some syntax error. I need help. I would hire you. Be like, fix it.
I mean, not to brag or anything, but I had like an Angel Fire site back in
whatever
the day.
the hell that means.
You know, like that weird time when instead of having like a Tumblr or a MySpace or whatever, people would just make their own web page.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was like
GeoCities.
Yeah,
okay.
Angel Fire and GeoCities and such were like a couple of the big ones. I think Angel Fire's still around, but GeoCities isn't.
At this point, yeah, I was in line with my ex, which was awkward because just like the car ride, there was absolutely like barely any talking. I'm like,
yep.
What do we do? Ah! So it was very awkward standing in line for like 2.5 hours. Someone else apparently had either the same jacket just with the parts taken off or recognized my jacket and was like, yo, that's a sick jacket. And we did like poses together and I think we got a photo. So that was pretty cool. We both look like fucking Blade Runner enemies. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, we got to the end of the registration line. And then they were like, okay, yeah, go stand over there and you'll get your badge. Okay, so we walked over there. And then we just get to this table where someone's standing on top of it just holding up badges yelling names.
Oh, yeah.
And what?
Why did they decide to print badges on the spot?
It was kind of cool, but now I don't want to meme too hard of like, everyone says MFF's registration sucks and the lines are bad and this and that. Like, it's all volunteer work. Of course, if there wasn't even that many people there. Like, if they needed like 30 more people at least.
Oh, yeah.
They needed so many more computers. So I get why the lines were long. And I think people were hyped because the next day, not to just like skip ahead, but literally the next day we went and saw the lines and it was like 20 minutes to get a badge at that. And it's like, wow, I should have just waited.
Like, day one registration, it's getting to the point where so many people actually know how to plan out conventions now that day one pre-reg is the worst line. Like, pre-registration is probably the slowest way to get to the convention at this point now because, like, everybody pre-registers now instead of at the door registration.
At least Anthrocon pre-registration sucks so much harder than at day because I would always do at day registration and it might open an hour later. Just get in line pretty early and it's like okay, we're done in half an hour, cool.
Nice.
Because I would hear nightmares of like, yeah, people get in line an hour before pre-reg would open, and it would still be like, yeah, I'm still in line, and I'm like, oh, I just got in line half an hour before regular registration opened, and I got my badge. Where are you? Like, they were still in line, so especially with MFF, there was like no for day zero stuff. Maybe no, not even the dealers didn't because it was so late during the day.
No.
So
there
it
was
basically
really not
like,
a lot to do at MFF on day 0, I don't think.
That's why I went ahead and got my badge, because like, okay, I don't really know. Sesh wasn't there at that point, so I couldn't even hang out with him. Then he came the next day, and I had nothing else to do, so I was just like, oh, I'll get in line with the registration, whatever the fuck. And yeah, that was probably not a good idea. Someone put a skeleton in a fursuit and like had the head out and like reaching out, and it was like waiting for the registration line. And I'm like, okay, that's really funny because that's commitment. You actually nice. laid something out.
I don't think I actually saw that one.
I have a picture of it. I'll send it to you.
Nice.
Just when you're editing this, just put it up there. In full HD quality, though. It has to just flash all on the screen in 4K and then come back to a 480i.
Yeah. I mean, I need to... Now that I actually have a stable internet connection, I need to start uploading these vids upscaled to 1080p or something, because YouTube is fucking compressing the hell out of all my stuff.
So they look 240, that's pretty awesome.
I mean, yeah, like, somehow VHS recorded, like, straight to my computer, this footage doesn't look that terrible, but then YouTube just decides, okay, well, you're uploading this in standard definition, which means you don't give a single flying fuck about quality, so we're just gonna compress the hell out of this thing.
I didn't really remember doing much that day anyway, besides that. I think I went in registration and just decided to walk around the rest of the day. No, I didn't drink up that point.
Yeah.
Because I gotta say, being drunk for 12 hours consecutively with no hangover was magical. I recommend doing that to anyone who has con anxiety.
Yeah, the trick to avoiding hangovers is to just never not be drunk.
Or drink plenty of water, which I did. I had my Camelback.
I think my idea is better, though.
Yeah, you're right. It makes you happier longer.
Oh, yeah. Or like... No, you gotta drink light beer, because that's what light beer is for. It's like for
I was knocking back Seagrams, Jamaican Me Happies, and I built my own 6-pack of all these freaking white girl wasted drinks.
Dope.
It was just missing White Claw, and that's about it.
Yeah, basically like hard seltzer and light beer, those are the things that you drink if you're gonna be day drinking, because they got enough water in them that you're not gonna get super fucking dehydrated, you know? They're not gonna get you drunk unless you're really trying, but they're cheap and you can drink a lot of them and then not get a horrible come down at some point.
And that's what I wanted. I wanted a just a calm drunk. Like, my inhibitions are still there, but I was just like, woo! Still. Yep. That's all that I wanted, and it delivered.
Yeah, I don't remember a whole lot of that. I know that at some point I just decided, fuck it, let's see if Starbucks has hamburgers, and they did.
What? Yeah. Hang on, what?
Yeah, they had, like, the Starbucks in the lobby. It was one of those weird ones where it's...
like in the hotel. I thought you meant in the con, like, floor where registration was. Yeah, in hotel. Yeah, they had, like, salads and all this weird stuff. Yeah, that was nuts.
Can I get a burger?
I want one burger. You should have done that. You should have just been like, woo, I want a positively delicious burger, please. And I'll glad you play you Tuesday for a hamburger today. And then they could legally punch you in the face.
Nice. Yeah. Actually, no, they just had them like where you grab them and then bring it up to the counter to pay. Yeah.
That's illegal now. Sorry, that was in the before time.
Yeah.
That was in...
I mean, the fact that it's a convention at all says it's in the before time.
Yeah. This is a long, long time in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
Star Wars reference.
Man, it's hard to believe that was like 8 months ago.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, it's weird.
But...
Oh, yeah. Speaking of things that were like bad decisions, I didn't get my time off work for MFF, so I just burned all 4 of my sick days immediately before this whole mess happened. It's like, okay, yeah, that was a good decision.
Well, now you just are not working now?
I decided to just kind of stop showing up and no one's called me yet.
Hell yeah. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
It's your responsibility to find a replacement.
I
heard that all the time from work, too. Oh, I begged my work. I literally just started like in November, I think, is when I started working, and I like begged my work. I was like, I need these days off for family. I need these days off. Give them to me. Well, we'll see. We don't know yet. Can I have those days off? Okay. And they gave them to me. Like a new employee. No one knew me. I was still like nervous at work and didn't really know my manager. And they totally gave them to me. And I went and I was like, yeah, okay, I'll work whatever shifts you want. And they placed me here and here and here. And I think I worked Christmas. I forgot over that. No, I worked Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And yeah, this was a workplace relationship that I built to where I got. No, I don't know if I should say. I somehow looked at my pay stub once and I got paid double holiday pay for 1 day of work.
Wow.
It was pretty awesome. So yeah, I had that kind of workplace relationship.
That's dope.
Yeah. So yeah, I kind of love my manager. I need to reconnect. I haven't messaged him since I quit.
Yeah. Basically, for me, corporate just said, yeah, we're not going to actually like give you any vacation because this is like during the holiday rush or whatever. So unless it lines up with days we already gave you off, which this didn't, we're just not going to like, okay, for the entire month of December, you're just going to not approve any time off. And it's like, basically, I talked to my manager and said, look, I'm going. I just want to know whether I'll have to come back to work the Monday after. And he said, okay, yeah, just call in or don't call in or whatever. We'll just mark you down as called in.
Nice.
Yeah, so I forgot to call in for like 2 of the 4 days, but he marked me down as called in anyway, so that was dope.
I can't remember. For most of the con, I was like by myself, which is like no good because I like conventions, but man, I just discovered about myself I need to be with someone.
Yeah.
And who's like outgoing too, because I just like crowds. I'm just like,
I know that feels.
yeah. So yeah, my ex was no help with that because he either was like doing something else or hanging out at the room, not doing anything, or off with his friends.
Yeah.
So yeah, day one happened, and that was when it was hopping. It was like, okay, here we go. Here's my first beer. And we're off.
Yeah.
I don't really remember much. Sadly, I thought I would remember more about day one.
I don't remember much about day one. I know we were at, I forget whether it was an opening ceremony or was it like the Fox.
I missed opening ceremony.
Yeah. What time it was that?
10 a.m. or something?
Oh.
Like kind of ridiculously early, like 10 or 12.
Oh. Yeah. I know it was at one of the big things on main stage. It was like, there was a guy sitting next to me, and, you know, I had met up with one of the other people from, like, the, you know, the notorious FSG, the Furry Shit Posting Guild, the Discount Popufur Club, basically. Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically where you get, like, I think when I first joined it was 5,000 karma on the Furry IRL, but you can get that with, like, 1 post now, so, I think it's been raised, like, 15 or 20k, I don't remember exactly, but basically, it's just a Furry IRL karma club where all of the people who want to feel important go. But like nobody actually knows who the hell you are because no one on Reddit reads usernames. I mean my username on there is literally, does anyone read these? And the answer is no. Like I get maybe every 2 weeks someone will send me, yes, I do read those, and then that's out of like hundreds of people. Though.
Oh yeah.
Actually, thousands of people sometimes.
I would love those little like unofficial room parties. Like my girlfriend right now wanted me. I think it was the second day wanted me to go to this beer meetup, which ended up being a nightmare. Which I'll go to in a sec. So yeah, day one was opening ceremony. So that means we were still at the DoubleTree at that point because we stayed at the DoubleTree 1 night, or no, 2 nights. Yeah, 2 nights. And then we just hung out, walked around. I tried to get in the dealer's den, and then you're just like, yeah, sorry, it's off limits right now, too many people. And I'm like, I'll try later, whatever.
Yeah, I think I remember that. There were too many people in the dealer's den, so they would just make you wait in line until it cleared out a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm not dealing with this.
Yeah, that was annoying.
Because that's the one thing like I don't like about Comic-Cons and stuff of like, I love exclusives. But if it's like a whole day you have to buy it, like, hey, Sunday we have this edition of this, and if you have all day, that's sweet. But yeah, if you're just like, oh, this sold out in 2 seconds, it's like, oh man, that sucks.
Yeah.
So it's like, if stuff's gonna sell out, it's gonna sell out. But like, if it doesn't, cool. And when I got in the dealer's den, there was still plenty of stuff that I wanted to buy. But at that point, I was like fucking broke because I just spent like $600 fucking dollars because we only had me and him rooming. So our fucking hotel bill was like $600. I'm like,
Yeah, my hotel bill was $60 because that's how much 4 nights of parking garage is.
I'm kind of jealous of that. Like,
yeah.
I feel like I would, like, if I did it, I would get in trouble. But
I mean, there was at least 2 other people that I saw camping in cars.
No way.
I mean, no,
cool.
You could go early in the morning because I just randomly woke up at fucking like 8 a.m. Early in the morning, you can just walk through the parking garage and look for the cars with the windows fogged up because that means someone's been breathing in there.
Or slightly down.
I don't think it was cold really early in the morning.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Everyone
yeah.
had the windows up.
Yeah, because night was cold as fuck.
But I saw just on the floor between, just like within the walking distance to get to the Sky Bridge from where I had parked, there was like 2 other cars that had fogged up windows, and they had either like fucking reflectix up on the windows so that you couldn't see inside the back part, or one just had a blanket thrown over the back seats so that they could like not get seen. I had like reflectix coolers, like for like that weird fancy mail order dog food shit.
Oh damn.
Yeah, basically like they came with the adhesive on them where they just fold it over and send it to you because it was cheap like that or something. Basically, I just used the adhesive to stick it to the windows. Like, yeah, whatever. This is insulation.
Whatever, it's good enough.
Yeah, it worked. I didn't get arrested or anything, even though I did actually see a cop drive past me. It was like, I just kind of...
I don't get that. Like, what, like... I guess it's to prevent people from not paying the hotel, but, like, dude, some people... That's fucking expensive, bro.
Yeah.
Like, the worst that they should do is just be like, come on.
I mean, it's an anti-homeless legislation thing.
Man, that has some problems in it of itself.
It's not just the parking garage either. I mean, actually, on the parking garage, I think it's just a misdemeanor in there, or I don't even know if it's a misdemeanor in the parking garage unless they decide to like give you trespassing or something. But if you parked on the street, like in city-owned parking, it's actually illegal to sleep in a vehicle in Chicago at all.
I guess that makes sense.
Because it's like it's illegal to be homeless.
Yeah.
Because fuck people that don't have money.
Sad.
Yeah. But basically, oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Is I met someone, I don't remember if it was at a concert or if it was at opening ceremony, just a random person sitting next to me and Magic from the Furry IRL, the notorious FSG Discord server. It was like, dude, you kind of smell a little weird. Do you need a shower? And I was like, is that an offer? Like,
whoa, that's kind of...
Yeah.
Well, one, that's kind of cool that they offered. Like, I've never actually heard that, because usually people talk about, like, man, furry smell and all this, and yeah, it's, like, true. But in your case, like, you just didn't have a room.
Yeah.
Because, like, the people that you were rooming with didn't book for those days.
Yeah, basically I only had a room for Friday and Saturday night.
Yeah.
So
that kind of makes sense that you couldn't take a shower.
Yeah, I was, like...
And my ex was, like, way too like uptight about that shit, because I asked him,
I
felt bad for you. Yeah, I was like, hey, can like Lynn come and take a shower? And he's like, I don't really know about that.
Yeah,
I can think about it. I'm like, no, that's a no. Okay,
yeah, I
should have just like snuck you in, like, yo, hey, he's not here anymore, come on, run.
Yeah, I actually found him on Telegram, and once I actually got the room number, it turned out that I got there right after the cleaning lady did, so I just kind of walked in and started showering.
So the door was open?
Yeah, I didn't have to wait for him to get up there with a key card.
Hell yeah.
I just walked in there and took a shower, and then I left him like $10 as a thank you.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, it's like... I mean, it was split between like 5 roommates, though, so, I mean, like, just... You know, give him beer money. It was like, yeah, I needed a shower pretty bad.
Yeah, but no, I mean, it would probably just go straight to him unless someone else took it. Like, that'd be like real shit if someone else came in and be like, whoa, free money, which they probably did.
I think he came back as I was getting out of the shower, actually.
Oh, that's cool. But yeah, day one, I don't think I did that much day one either. Because I missed the Fox show, too. I really wanted to see that. But either I think I was doing something else or just forgot about it. Because I was very overwhelmed because, again, that was my first con, like, actually alone.
Yeah.
So I just don't think I did anything day one. Day one was, what day? Thursday?
I thought it was Friday.
Friday? Oh, okay, then man, yeah.
Yeah, like day 0 is Thursday, which is when it starts in like the middle of the afternoon and nothing really
So
important
it's really
happens.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like a 3-day con. Whoa, okay. Then yeah, Friday, I didn't do much. And that's when we checked in. I think we just had a night. Fuck, I can't remember. But anyway, I'll just cut it. We ended up checking into the main hotel at some point during the week. And that was pretty cool because all the staff was wearing like ears and stuff, and they looked real happy. They were making so much fucking money. They're like, yes, come please stay. That hotel's pretty boss though.
Oh yeah.
Like man, just like
except for
looking up
how
and
they
all
hide the stairs.
Yeah.
Like I never did actually find the stairwell.
They're in the corners. It's like weird towers. Like that's how I remembered. They're like castle towers. All 4 corners have stairwells.
That's kind of weird, I guess.
Yeah, but we were on the 11th floor. We were literally on the top floor, and it was just like, I'm not walking up 11 flights of stairs. I did that shit at Anthrocon. I walked up 16 flights of stairs to avoid the elevator lines at Anthrocon. I'm like, I'm never doing that again. And that was when I weighed 120 pounds and was a lot fitter.
I forget why, but I did like 4 flights of stairs at TFF, but they were like the big flights of stairs though, because it was on the low floors when it's got the high ceilings on it.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of sucked, but I can't imagine doing 11 floors.
So yeah, I think that was the day. Was that the day that we went to that photography thing? Where we ran into the people at the photography?
Maybe? I don't remember.
So I think that's when I started taking pictures with my old camera. I had a 32 millimeter Minolta single action. It's pretty sweet.
Nice.
And I destroyed a film roll with it accidentally.
Oh yeah, I think I remember
yeah,
that.
you remember that. So I take a roll of pictures, whatever. It ended, and I forgot how to wind it. So for some reason, I just thought it jammed. So I just kept clicking the shutter button and flipping it and shuttering it, going back and forth. Somehow I didn't break the camera doing that, or break the film roll. And then I remember, oh yeah, pull the little lever and spin it, and I did that, and I'm like, nothing's happening. I guess it's broken. So I popped it open, and as I did that, I remembered, oh, there's a button on the bottom that you hold while you spin it, and the door opened, and I just saw the whole roll open.
Whoop.
And I'm like, well, never doing this again.
Yeah.
So I just brought this huge camera bag for nothing.
Nice.
It was awful.
Yeah, that's one good thing about VHS tape is you don't have to worry about all the weird chemical shit about film.
Oh yeah, I just need to buy a digital camera because people take you seriously unless it's just a film thing.
Yeah.
I'm walking around like that. I would just like, let's get this group of suitors, and someone would be like, they would see me and then be like, and they'd get in do the thing and pose for it. And I'm like, wow, I'm a real photographer now.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, these are totally getting scanned and put on Twitter and tagging you, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing about the bigger and more important looking your camcorder, regardless of whether it's actually a good camcorder. If you get a big, important looking camera, people think you are important or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, my camcorder runs on VHS tape. It's like 30 years old, but people seem to think I'm part of the press. I actually,
wow.
for the first time at TFF, I finally got hassled about not having a press badge once.
What?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, basically I accidentally walked into a part of the hotel where there was like a news crew filming, and my dumbass thought it would be a good idea to like point my camera back into their camera. And then I just and then into my viewfinder, because I can't see from this entire side of me while I'm holding the camera up.
A hand came up?
No, not a hand, like a staff member who was like a foot taller than I am, just like steps into the camera from the right side and it's like, can you don't?
Pardon me. Can you not?
It's like out of a cartoon.
Yeah.
Like for real.
I think that's actually in my footage because I was rolling.
That's awesome. That should be some like behind the scenes stuff that you put up.
And he like tried to give me a talking to about needing a press badge to record in like the public spaces or whatever. And I didn't know how the fuck to get a press badge. I don't know how that works at all. So basically I just went and got McDonald's instead.
I just kind of
waited until he gotten distracted or whatever, and just yeah, I think this is a good time to come back now. Maybe it's been like an hour. That's probably fine.
And then they weren't there.
Yeah, I ended up doing okay.
I don't get that. Like, were they filming furries?
I mean, I think it was for the local news or something, but they were like filming in the lobby. People were doing like the dance behind the camera or whatever, where they were just like behind the news people, and I guess there were probably staff members around there just like to keep people
From bugging them.
or to keep people wearing like kink shit.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you know, like some stuff is like kinky, but also like PG-13 allowed or whatever. So like some of it skirts the line, and they just don't want that kind of stuff showing up on TV news.
Because that's going to get picked apart so fast.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not entirely sure what the rules on harnesses were. Because that's kind of a thing, but also kind of an aesthetic, and I don't entirely know what the deal is.
So my days are mixed up, so I'm going to not just explain days. I'm just going to explain talking points, if that's okay. So, one night, my ex and his friends, which his friends actually ended up being cool. One of them I should still talk to, but it seems like when I messaged him and my partner came up, he like stopped messaging me. So I think he found me really cute and stuff. So it's like I don't really like when that happens. Like, I get if you have a crush on someone and it's like kind of a rejection kind of thing, but don't message me just because you want to date me kind of thing. I don't know. I've had that happen way too many times where I used to post a lot in the Kentucky Furs, and I'd post a picture of myself and they'd be like, oh, woo, hello, cutie. And I'm like, nah, we're done.
No.
And they'd just be like, ugly. They'd be like super uggo. They would send me a picture of themselves for just no reason and being like, ooh, what do you think? And I'm like, nah. Nah, I'm out of your league, bro.
Ooh, you stinky.
Oh my god, no. Ooh, I'm musky for you. But no, we went on a big restaurant adventure. There's a big plaza right by the hotel, which this was actually cold. It was like low 40s.
Oh yeah.
So my coat came in handy. It was pretty dope.
I mean, it was also like really fucking windy.
Yeah, I felt fresh. I was ready to go. So yeah, we were walking through some normie parts. That was pretty funny. We ended up at this weird theme park. No, ice skating. It was an ice skating rink in this weird plaza with restaurants, and we wanted to get German food. I think we wanted to get German food, and we went to it, and they had a cover charge, like a $15 cover charge, like ridiculous, like $15 cover charge, and we're like, no, because it was Friday night. Yeah, that's why. It's Friday or Saturday, and we were like, no, we're not doing that. So there's a good Mexican restaurant that we heard of in the same plaza, so we walked like 100 feet, and they were like, $10 cover charge.
There's a cover charge for everything?
Yeah, and we went to like we went to a barbecue place first, and it was closed for some reason for a private event. Then we went to this other German bar, and they were like $10 cover charge. And then we went to this Mexican place, and again, a cover charge. So we ended up walking like all around, and finally somehow either someone looked up just a restaurant that was open, or we just stumbled upon it, but we happened to find the Blessed King, Bill Murray's, whatever it's called. What is it? Caddyshack. We found Bill Murray's Caddyshack restaurant. Of all things.
Wait, that's a thing that exists?
Yeah, you don't know that?
No.
It's Bill Murray themed restaurant with all his golf memorabilia, all about Caddyshack, all the pictures. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You should check it out.
Dang.
Their food was terrible, and it was expensive as fuck.
I mean, that's Chicago, though.
Yeah, I got a Chicago dog, which was just literally fucking, I can make something better at home.
Yeah.
Obviously, but it was like $10.
Yeah, there's a reason that the 3 places that I ate the entire weekend at MFF were food trucks, McDonald's, and the Starbucks food shit.
Yeah, man, I'm jealous. I heard that food truck that was outside the hotel.
Oh yeah, it was actually really good.
Man.
That was actually dope as hell, and it was a reasonable amount of food for your money considering this was in Chicago.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're like most of my meals except for when they weren't open.
But yeah, we had a group of 9 people, and it was pretty awesome. And I didn't feel third wheeled. It was I actually enjoyed myself. That's usually what happens when I find myself in groups. it's like one person might talk to me and I'll feel like third wheel, and I felt like pretty included. And especially when that one guy like talked to me all night.
Yeah,
that's pretty
I
cool.
know
And then
that
we just
feeling.
ended up like in other people's rooms, like his friends' rooms, and I would just start taking alcohol from each of them and just got consecutively drunk.
Wow.
Drunker and drunker. I tried to hook up like people's Twitters and stuff and Telegrams, and I would take pictures of their badge, like, oh, that's a sweet badge, who made it, da-da-da. And they're like, oh yeah, you can find me on Twitter. And I was gonna look up my Twitter because I didn't know what it was. And my ex like grabbed the back of my shirt and he's like, come on, Figgy, we gotta go. And he's like dragging me out of the room as I'm like screaming, my Telegram is this, hit me up. It was like out of a comedy movie. I don't know why he did it, because I guess I think that's when we were going to the restaurant or something, or we were just moving.
Wait, I remember what I did on Friday night, actually. Because Friday night, the most noteworthy thing I think for me was I went to the musicians meetup, like the musical Furs, and Mr. Regular was there. From Regular Car Reviews? Brian?
Nope.
Oh, shit. He's got like 700,000 subscribers, too.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he's like a non-furry YouTube channel that is a furry on the side, I guess.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Basically, like, the story on that is that he made a bunch of furry stuff back in the olden days of, like, 2004 to 2009.
Wait, was that the dude that you showed me that like made like Anthrocon videos from 04?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
that dude. Yeah, okay, I know them. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think he just got tired of all the like edginess. You know, he finally outgrew that, because before that point he was hanging out with people like Two Griffin.
Who?
Yeah, that was before everyone figured out the Two was being unironic about that. So he was starting to see that, and that was about the time he left the fandom. And then he left in around 2009, and then in 2012 he started posting car review videos on a new channel, and those got way more traction than his furry stuff ever did. And you know, last year I think he decided to sort of soft re-enter. You know, he got in contact with some newer popular furries like Adler the Eagle, who I don't know how long they'd been in contact. They talked like they'd actually known each other a while, but
Man, I feel so stupid at Anthrocon last year. He was like walking past us, and we just kind of said his name, like, oh, that's Adler, and he like whipped around and was like, someone say my name, and like ran over to us, and we just talked for like a few minutes, and he's like, oh, I gotta go by. I'm like, I didn't ask for a picture, damn it.
Yep.
I was so bad.
I didn't get my camera out in time because I saw him and Blazin like walking by in the hallway, but I was suited up at that point, so
Yeah,
I was
that's kinda hard
like,
to
this
do.
is awkward. How do I get okay?
And usually you need, if you're gonna suit, you can't really film. I mean, it's just a lot harder.
I mean, I think I got the hang of it eventually. TFF didn't go horribly because I still didn't have a handler.
And also you have like normal gloves, and
Yeah.
I don't, yeah.
Yeah, I got these like Lycra things on here.
Yeah, that's
like,
actually
these are
pretty
way
cool.
more practical because I
Yeah.
can actually do things in them.
I might get me some of those since I just have the arm sleeves.
Yeah, I mean, you probably, since you've got arm sleeves separate from the paws, I think.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, you should probably just get like gloves that match or something.
Yeah, they don't go all the way down. But let's see. Yeah, we ended up at the Caddyshack restaurant, and I think it was that night. There was a big football game going on. It was either Friday or Saturday. There was a huge football game going on, and I was like out on the floor for like 3 hours straight, and I come back up to the room, and he's still watching the football game, my ex, and I'm like, dude, we're in the main MFF hotel, like, con, it's Friday, shit's hopping, and you're watching the pigskin football game. Like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's like...
And I even brought that up, I was like, so, you want to do anything, or, like, football? And he's like, I'm good. I'm like, okay, alright, I'm gone. Chug my Seagrams and we're out.
Yeah. I mean, that was kind of like at Indie FurCon. Like, basically, there were two of the people in the room. I don't know if they actually paid for their room or not, but I know there were two people in our room that just kind of... Basically, they just sat in bed, cuddled, and watched the literal entirety of Kill la Kill. I was trying to take a nap, And basically they just had it on the TV, so I woke up and I was kind of... So I would like go to sleep and then wake up at whatever, and just... They went through the entire the entire show to the end.
That sounds awkward as fuck.
Yeah, actually it was.
Because Kill la Kill is like high nudity, right?
Almost nudity. Like it's a lot of dirty jokes and a lot of almost nudity, like under boob and stuff, but whatever. But I don't think there's any actual... No, there is nudity, but it's all like censored nudity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like a weirdly popular show, given that, actually.
I always want to check it out because, man, when I was big into anime, this is how weeb I was. Kill la Kill was still like non-localized, and I watched the first episode in a fan dub.
Ooh.
That's how like hardcore I was, and it was like the voice acting is okay, but man, you can tell they were just like through Google Translate and like tried their best.
Yeah, that's kind of
Like,
how
man.
fan dubs work. Have you seen like the outtakes reel for it? Like basically where the actors messed up their voice lines.
For Kill la Kill.
Yeah, it's fucking funny.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, basically it's like the characters, and I think they had enough budget that they were like reanimating the mouths to actually match the English dubs.
Oh, wow.
Instead of just dubbing over it with like the weird Japanese mouth movement that doesn't sync up at all.
Oh yeah.
I think they redid that, and I can't remember if it actually worked. If they actually like some of the outtakes, they actually did animate them. I'd have to look at it because I haven't seen that in a long time. But it was really funny.
So yeah, really that's all the weird saga that I've had with my ex. And I do want to reiterate, I'm just kind of trying to be funny. Like it was no like malicious intent. It could have been weird, you know, and all that. And if he does end up watching and somehow he hasn't gotten pissed off the fuck at me right now and has made it to this point, I do actually want to say that I'm just trying to be funny and not actually mean. And if I am, I do apologize.
Yeah.
Because that could be rough, but I mean, I don't want to just be like, yeah, I went to my con with my ex and it was fine. Like, it was funny. Like, who just goes to a con? Anyone. Regardless if it was my ex, who spends that much money on a con and, like, watches a football game?
Yeah.
Like, man, but even Sesh was like, yeah, a few of my roommates did that. Like, it was weird.
Yeah, that sounds... I don't get it.
But yeah, now for the Sesh saga.
Ooh.
So, a few times, I would end up in his room. And he had his roommate was Fuzz, if anyone knows Fuzz.
I don't think so, but I might.
I'll show you some of his art, but yeah, Fuzz Art, some fuzzy butt something on Twitter. Fuzz, F-U-Z-Z. Was rooming with him, and I didn't know who he was, and I got like free sketches. I just got like a notepad sketch, and I'm like, here you go, I still have it somewhere.
Nice.
And Suzuki or something was, I guess, a friend of his and roomed with Sesh. A friend of Fuzz, who also roomed with Sesh, who was another artist, and I got like 2 different sketches.
Man.
I was like, damn, hell yeah. I mean, they were, you know, just little things.
But still, I mean, like, just even a notepad sketch, that's like...
Or like a little like hotel notepad thing, you know?
Yeah.
But that's still like, damn, this is pretty good.
You know, throw some packing tape over that and you got a badge.
And they were in the Omni. They were in a 1920s like gangster hotel. It was dope as hell. Yeah, it was fresh. Remember that was the hotel we went when they were playing Wild Stars or Wild Guns?
Oh, wait, I thought that was at no, not MFF, Anthrocon.
No, it was at MFF.
Okay.
Because they were staying in the Omni, and I remember that their room was in the Omni.
No, I know they were in the Omni at Anthrocon too.
Oh wait, what am I thinking of in Chicago? Is it also the Omni? They have one in Chicago?
They might. I don't know.
No, you're right. I think that was Anthrocon. Never mind, because that was Drunk Mario Party. I thought that was an MFF. I swear that was an MFF.
I don't entirely know. I do know that the...
No, you're right. No. It wasn't Sesh's room. It was someone else's room, because I remember, because Sesh's room, at one point, someone stuck a Bad Dragon dildo on the, it had a suction cup on the bottom, on a poster in the wall, and I have the funniest photo of him just with his phone out, looking up, talking to someone in bed, and there's just a Bad Dragon, like, floppy dildo hanging on the picture.
Oh,
and it's the
man.
funniest shit ever.
That's nice.
And I'll see if that's either at Anthrocon or in Chicago. But at some point during the con, I met up with him, and we went to his friend's room or wherever, And everyone was fucking drunk at this point. They were just hammered. And they were playing Mario Party. And they got to one of the mini games. And no one read the controls. Everyone was just like, oh, let's go. And then someone was screaming as loud as they could, I don't know how to play the fucking game. How do I play this fucking game? And then everyone else was yelling, you didn't pay attention to the controls, idiot. And he's like, I'm too fucking drunk for this. And like threw the Joy-Con across the room. It was the funniest shit ever.
I was there for that, but I don't remember.
I think it came later.
Maybe.
But yeah, it was drunk Mario Party, and I was laughing my ass off. Because another local lateral was there. Oh. I don't know if you know him, but yeah, he was just... I just was in their room, and I was like, you look familiar. And he's like, are you Figgy? Like, oh, damn, yeah, hell yeah. What's up?
Nice.
And then, yeah, we played a bunch of Wild Guns there, too. Like, over the next day. That was nuts. That game's pretty cool. They're repetitive.
Yeah.
And then I ended up meeting another red panda who talked my ear off about like nothing. Like they had like some big drama going on, and they literally talked to me for like an hour. And I'm so like non-confrontational, I didn't know how to stop the conversation. So I was just like, yeah, that sounds bad. That sounds no good, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta go. Oh, you have more? Okay. Oh, man. So yeah, I was just stuck in the lobby for like an hour straight.
Yeah, that happens
one night.
Sometimes.
And I wanted to meet the dude because he seemed nice, but yeah, it was just like, oh, get me out of here. And then there was a full Red Panda meetup, and I'm like, fuck, I want to go. But it was like right during the time that I went to the stupid beer meet for my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And literally it was nothing. It wasn't like something wild. It was just beer tasting. Like there's a bartender, and they were like pouring it into cups and handing it to you, like fresh out of the can, so it wasn't like sketchy as hell.
No.
But I went there and no one had badges, and I asked for one person. No one knew who one person was. Because they was going to do a sticker trade, and I bought all this merchandise, like West 6 and Country Boy stuff, stickers, patches, whatever. And after like 10 minutes, I just started passing them out to everyone. Like, oh, you want a sticker? Here you go. Here's a coaster. Here's this. And then I finally meet the person that I was supposed to meet who had swag for me. And they didn't. They were like, oh, I forgot. And I'm like, wow, I just wasted like half an hour. This sucks.
Man.
So I texted my girlfriend like, well, yeah, it fucking sucked. Good job. And apparently someone like came in and someone like there was beer saved for her apparently that I was supposed to take back, and someone like came in and just decided to take everything.
Oh man.
So yeah, that whole thing was like a bust. And I love kind of janky stuff like that. Like I love non-official room parties that aren't like sex.
I mean, that's
drugs.
how furry started. I mean, it started at the San Diego Comic Con.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, it just started as room parties.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hell yeah, unofficial meets and stuff are cool.
I just want to know where to post them. I'd love to have one, but I'm just scared of strangers.
Yeah. I was trying to find an MFF Discord or Telegram or something.
I found one, but it was literally like 5,000 members, and I'm like, I can't handle this.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was a lot.
That is... Yeah. I couldn't find one at all. Like, I was asking in other chats that I was in because, you know, a lot of people were... I never got around to, like, leaving the IFC or for reality chats, so I was just in there, and I was like, yeah, who's at MFF right now?
That's a pretty good start, though.
Yeah. Because I just couldn't find any actual official chats. Because otherwise I probably would have found a roommate or a shower or something.
But, I ended up finding an arcade downstairs. That was pretty dope.
Oh yeah, that was
cool.
Fresh.
I didn't know about that until like the last 2 days. Yeah, we hung out downstairs. Yeah, that was when we were all drunk and eating salad downstairs for no like apparent reason. Adjustment, sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, I played the shit out of this light gun game that had free plays. Everything was free play, and there wasn't that many people down there.
Yeah, it was actually.
They had
nice.
a DDR machine and everything. I was like, how the hell did they do that?
I don't know. They probably like found someone or whatever.
Oh, and then we did do a cool escape room. Me, my ex, and a few other people. We did one of those furry logic escape puzzles.
Yeah,
and they have a red panda as their mascot, so I'm like, hell yeah, I can't miss out on this. $20, hell yeah, here we go. And it was actually pretty fun, but it had the problem of too many people. Because if you have too many people in a group, things just get solved accidentally too quickly. So I would try to be solving something. And I'm like, this isn't working. I'd go to something else, and I'm like, oh, we solved this. Okay. I'll work on this. Oh, we solved it. Okay. So it was fun, but if you have too many people just get left out. Like I feel like I didn't do anything. It was still really fun.
There's like a sweet spot for
yeah, we
escape
needed like
rooms.
4 people. We had 6 or something. We had like the maximum amount of people.
Yeah. I think I need to find a group to do escape rooms with at the next con that happens.
And
whenever that is.
Apparently we solved it like 2 minutes slower than like a NASA like employee or something. Like ridiculously. Like we solved it fucking fast. So I'll give us that. We did pretty freaking good. But yeah, it was cold. Crossing Walk was cool. There was a guy playing sax. At first pretty good, and then like after I gave him money, he started playing bad, and I'm like, damn. Street performers.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, that's cool anyway.
Yeah.
Because there's just random people doing stuff. And that's pretty sweet, like just random people playing guitar. And all that. And then I still find it really funny people don't know about like all these cons that have like 10,000 attendees. Because someone screamed out from this truck like, I love furries! Like just this random girl driving through the light was just like, I love furries. And we're like, damn, how do you not know there's a con here? Come on, come next year.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird. Can you jiggle the mouse? Yeah. It's really weird that, how many people, I mean, hell, how many furries are just out of it? Like, they don't participate at all.
Like non-furry furries?
Or, well, like, the passive, like, the lurkers.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I would say a good 90% of furries just don't interact whatsoever. Or they'll join something, they'll join a chat, or they will, subscribe to Furry IRL, or,
And then not do anything.
Yeah, they don't do anything, they don't upvote, they'll never post in the chat, they'll never comment, they just kind of exist. Like what the hell are you doing?
I don't know if that's a bad thing. Like, I get it.
Yeah,
like, I'm
get
in
it.
some Red Panda chats, and I try to post stuff, and it's like, it either just gets lost, or no one talks to me. I'm like, okay, I finally get it. But those are, like, 300 people.
Yeah,
Like-
big chats and small chats are really different.
Yeah, like, the chat that I run, like, man, there's, like, 50 people in there, and what, like, 10 of them talk?
Yeah.
Like, damn, you all need to get up on it. Because especially when they message me, like, yeah, I want to get involved in the community, and I want to make friends, and then
Okay, then
I have
actually,
meets.
do something.
I have meets, and then, talking, and I at least try to reply to people that don't talk and respond, and then it's just nothing. Or they complain, hey, there's no meets, and then you look back in like a week, 2, 3 weeks, there's been consecutive meets, and then there's a meet next week, and then they don't show up. I love that. Oh, it's so, yum, yum, yum,
Yeah.
it's so delicious.
I mean, I kind of get the sentiment because I was working, third shift and couldn't make a lot of the meets, or I was...
We kind of had an actual excuse, though.
Yeah, or I was, like, back when I first joined the chat, we still had those, like, bar complex meetups.
Yeah,
which means
and
I couldn't go to them
still-
because I'm only 20.
Well, same. I went to one and it was disastrous. It was like one of the last ones, and a very, very, very bad person was still there. So yeah, those crumbled finally. I'm kind of
Nice.
glad that they did. I always wanted a bar meet, but man, I went there and it was just no one was in fursuit. Everyone was wearing tails, and it was one of those. There's a certain point of furry that I find like not cringy, because I find cringy stuff really stupid. Like, ew, that's cringe. Like it's dumb. Like, people have fun, let them have fun. And no one was wearing full suits, but it was still like tails and like just weird stuff, like collar and leash. And I'm like, I don't know about this. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
but also I'm the same person that's like fucking going like harness gear to your clubs and stuff if you're
Yeah.
gonna go for it.
there's a certain... It's hard to explain where it fits best, really. It's like, there's a certain kind of uncanny valley between, like, just a little bit furry and all of the way furry, where
Yeah.
it's like, it's just weird, I
Because
guess.
I'm very open, and I never want to yuck anyone's yums or anything like that.
Yeah.
So to say like ew is cringe is like kind of goes against my code
Yeah.
a little bit, but it was very weird. It was a lot of socially awkward people, which
Yeah.
is fine. because people had different skill sets and all that, and I'm not making fun of them for that.
Yeah, I mean, that,
but it
that
was a
describes
drab.
me.
No one wanted to dance. Everyone just wanted to drink and talk amongst themselves. And even new people that showed up, they didn't want to talk to, and it's just like it was kind of isolating at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are we doing?
That's really kind of just the whole thing about like everyone talking to other people except really like not wanting to talk to you even if they're not talking to anyone.
Yeah.
That thing kind of resonates with me, honestly. Like that's just something I don't entirely understand it because my mental state is beyond understanding at this point, but it just kind of resonates with me that yeah, I'm here, no one's talking to me, but weirdly just like for some reason my brain decides, well, I don't really want to talk to people, or the kind of people that approach me are like the one person there that's a little bit doesn't quite mesh with me or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, usually I can find someone that I do kind of vibe with, but sometimes you just get bad luck or whatever.
Well, even with me, I run a damn group and make meets, and I'm pretty damn social. And sometimes I try to talk to people, and they're like, "Yeah," and they like give you non-responses, and it's like I can't bounce off of this.
Yeah.
Damn. Because I met a few people in MFF like that, like trying to talk to you. Like someone asked me about my camera, and I hit them up on Telegram, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is the film camera that I was talking about. That seems like the first digital film camera. It's very weird." And they were like, "Cool," and never talked to me again.
Nice.
It's like, why did you ask me for my Telegram then? I don't know. But yeah, we had some emotional moments, and another funny part is we ended up, me and Sesh, or he had a Switch, and we were just standing in the lobby playing Switch in the middle of MFF. It's just like Smash Brothers or something, and we're just like furries walking past us, and we're just standing right in the lobby. So that was pretty funny. Just stuff like that is what I love about cons.
Yeah, just,
like we're just gonna do
random out of
shit.
the blue crap. Just okay, let's just plop down in the lobby and do something.
Yeah, because sometimes like the con experience is, I mean, you find your fun. It's not gonna come to you.
I mean, most of the panels get recycled. There's some unique ones. There's some that are like different every time, but they're the same. But after a while, just after 3 or 4 cons, it gets
Fursuiting 101.
Yeah, like after a while, all the panels like, okay, yeah, I've been to that one, I've been to that one, I've been to that one. I haven't been to that one, but I don't know. It's at the same time that I really want to be eating lunch or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. You end up having to find your own fun. It's like, okay, well, maybe let's go look for open door room parties, or let's find someone I know and hang out with them or whatever. It's like, okay.
I never actually thought about looking for like open door room parties. I never thought that was a thing.
I think I finally got around to trying that at TFF. And I did actually go to a couple open door parties.
Nice.
And I think it was on like my last tape, which was the one that got uploaded first because it was in the camera.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I was like walking around, on the loud floor at TFF.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, and like I forget what all I did, but I actually wasn't drinking, but I could have actually, because one of the guys was just like, yeah, whatever, you have a fursuit, you're clearly 21.
Oh damn,
they were like carding at the
no.
door.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's not like it's not like I'm a stranger to drinking at cons, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's close enough.
Yeah. I mean, it's only like 6 months off at that point.
Happy birthday.
Yay.
But yeah, there's not really much else. I met another local. They just like pointed me out, and they recognized me, which I need to actually hit them up. Another thing that I need to get over this. I'm a bother. I need to just hit them up and be like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yeah.
They recognized me and they like hugged me, but then they started hugging for too long and then like rubbing my back, and I'm like, I was drunk, and I was like, yes, this is perfect. Like he was like practically groping me, and I'm like, this is great. Hell yeah, this is the ultimate experience. And then it was fine. Like,
I mean, I feel like
he's that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Like, not like randomly like touching you inappropriately, but just like
Yeah.
just that, because he's like an ex like meth head. He's kind of nuts, or heroin addict. He's like kind of, he's from like Eastern Kentucky. So yeah, he's like the meth central. But yeah, he's really funny and out there.
Man, like,
so it was good. It wasn't like,
yeah.
Are you creepy?
I mean, like, I kind of want to do that, but at the same time, I kind of don't. It's like, I know that's awkward, and I know both parties know that's awkward.
You need to do that to friends only, yeah. Like, when you get fursuit hugs and stuff,
Yeah.
you can't be like, you can't grope people. Because some people find that bad, and I totally get that. Like, I wouldn't want to be, like, hugged for too long by a stranger, or if they start, like, creepily, like, doing that on my back.
Yeah, it has to be someone who you know.
Yeah.
And, like, who kind of vibes already, like, they
know you're being funny.
Yeah, they know they know you're doing it ironically, but also not entirely ironically, I guess. It's like, yeah.
The thin red line.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the sound setup here.
We'll see.
Yeah, my last video, it sounds terrible because I just had the mic plugged straight into the camera, and apparently it has automatic gain control, so it was just constantly peaking out the tape.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it sounded like you had the volume cranked on it, and it was just distorted to, like, horrible. Because I think the automatic gain control, like, uses, like, it'll turn it up until it hears noise, but this is a low noise microphone, and the mic on the camera is really loud because it's, like, picking up the tape head spinning. So it was just cranking it way up.
Ew.
And yeah, I tried to fix it in post. I did some clip fixing. It sounds better than it did, but it really doesn't sound good.
There's an old early, if you know, Mega 64 podcast, to where they had a recording program that, as the volume kept getting louder, it would go up and up and up. It had no limiter. So Derek would just at one point scream into a mic, and the volume would rise, and they said, yeah, they got reports of people, like, blowing out car speakers. Like, the entire sound systems broke because of that gag. It's like nuts. So yeah, make sure you have peak controls on your microphones.
Yeah.
Or else it'll be bad.
Is that light flashing for you, or is it just me?
Oh, it's like flickering.
Yeah, I guess that batteries are dying. How long have we been recording for?
I don't know.
Check out that mouse again. I need to see the, Oh, damn, we've been recording for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can talk off.
That's like...
You underestimated me, bro.
Yeah.
And it was in an incomplete MFF experience because I do not remember every second of it. Because bad memory. But I could talk a lot of shit.
Yep.
But the story's there and you can put it together.
This is going to be so much... This is going to take so long to edit.
Oh, just upload it raw. There you go.
Yeah, except for that part that you said not to upload raw.
Yeah. And then cut this part too.
Yeah. Or not. I don't know.
No one knows what it is anyway. It's fine.
Yeah.
But another on the dance floor was freaking nuts because someone brought a wacky inflatable flailing arm tube man and started throwing that around, and that was fucking nuts. I have a few videos of that. They like, I'm just like in the dance floor, and then I just look over, and there it is. There's just a wacky inflatable arm tube man being thrown around. It wasn't in the inflatable. It was just an inflatable one. Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't being blown with air because that's ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it just had like a Sharpie face drawn on it. It was freaking awesome.
I need to figure out where people are getting those like giant inflatable things.
Online.
Yeah.
Yo, just Google it. There you go.
Giant inflatable Pokemon.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I need something. I need more things to take up space in my bed, I guess. Like the dinosaur that is our cameraman.
Oh, I love him. You're doing a good job, Jake. But yes, I went and saw Nonstop Pub, for people who know that person.
I've heard the name, but I'm not...
And I've seen him and Pool Boy, like, collab on, like, Minecraft stuff, and I don't have Minecraft, and I wanted to check it out. But I saw that they had a show in MFF, and I went, and I was, like, extremely underwhelmed. Like, nothing against his work or anything, it's just I did not like it, and I'm like, I, like, hype myself up for this, because I always see stuff posted by him on Twitter. And then I saw him walking around, and I wanted to, like, say hi, but, man, he had an entourage, and I'm like, I'm good. I know how this plays out. Like, an entourage of 7 people.
Yeah, that's the thing at conventions is like if you're above like moderate popularity, you get a lot of people around you. Like people just kind of recognize you and kind of just monopolize your time, I guess.
Yeah, I never want to be that famous.
Yeah.
Like I actually always thought about like running a con myself, like especially with how the local con imploded.
Yeah.
From a lot of bad stuff.
Quite a lot of things, I guess.
Yeah.
What was the final like nail in the coffin? Like was it the virus or what?
I think so, yeah. No, because that got pushed.
Oh.
But yeah, just a lot of bad internal stuff. And then no, I think what happened was, I think it was just like we're gonna take our ball home with us, kind of deal, because a big thing came out, like a bunch of chat leaks leaked, chats leaked.
Yeah.
And a lot of nasty stuff was seen, and yeah, I think that was the final straw. Like the virus being pushed, and probably some other things that we don't know about.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of nasty bad actors in it are just like, were exposed, and they probably were just like, fuck it, you don't get our con now.
Yep. That tends to happen.
Yeah, and I was just like, I'm gonna start my own con with blackjack.
And hookers.
Yeah, well, not that last part.
Not really.
I know you wanted to finish the Futurama thing.
Yeah.
But no, I thought about starting one, but I'm not an accountant. I'd need someone to help me with money and getting things together, and it's just like I don't want that target.
How well can you run on 3 hours of sleep?
Yeah, that too. It's just like, oh man, I can't deal with that.
Yeah,
So
like
even though
being a con chair is not for everyone. You know, unless you like thrive on chaos, don't be a con chair.
And yeah, I'm not that kind of person. I don't really run on pressure, and you don't get to enjoy the con. You get to enjoy running the con, and that's what killed it for me. Of just like, oh man, I love the con, but I couldn't run it.
Yeah, you don't get to attend any of the panels. You don't get to see any of the concerts because you're too busy
making sure shit doesn't blow up.
Yeah, you're too busy like trying to see if like going through the lobby, finding all the people laying face down on the floor, like, are you okay or do we need to call an ambulance? Or going through the hotel and finding all of the signs that are taped up with duct tape on the paint, and it's no, please don't do that.
Oh yeah.
Or no, don't blow your vape out with the smoke alarm's right there. Please don't do that.
I'm gonna vape inside, bro.
Yeah.
Jewel me.
And then immediately the smoke alarm goes off and everyone gets
like,
angry.
well, fuck, you're getting sued.
Yeah.
But man, that was a jank ass con anyway. We're just gonna move to our local con for a little sec.
Yeah. I never actually went.
Man, it was jank, but I kind of loved it. But it was awkward. Oh, it was awkward as hell because, like, here was we had this whole here's the main room, and then we had a whole strip to the right of it, like looking straight ahead of it. It was like artist alley, dealer's den, and then an adult room, and then like just across the hall was a little game, whatever, multimedia room, I'll say. And then to the left of that room was another expo of rock collecting. Like no shit, like
sharing con spaces with
rock
other
necklaces, gems, jewels, all that, and it was very weird as hell. And also,
when I was a little kid, I probably went to that expo at some point.
Oh, I did too. I know exactly what it is, and
I think I have like a little like unpainted wood treasure chest full of like those really tacky shit that I.
Oh yeah, I have a ton of that shit.
I think that's in the other room.
Stupid. And then a few church groups, which for some reason no one decided to cover the 18 plus room with a curtain or anything for like the first day or for like the first half day.
Oh my god! And
I heard stories from other people, even when they did put the curtain up, of when people would go in to see what it was, immediately disgust on their face and they turn and run away. Oh, it sounded hilarious.
I think that's probably why you need someone at the gate to check ID.
Oh yeah, and then it was an 18 plus con, so you couldn't even go.
Oh.
It was strangers. It was normies that would go in there and like check it out.
Man, like at the gate to the 18 plus space though.
Yeah, of course.
Or at least to check badges.
I think they finally did that, but man, I just don't think they had enough people, and it was funny as hell too. Anyway,
someone should have just like set up a camera.
Oh, it was beautiful.
And then you couldn't put it on YouTube because it got 18 plus stuff on it.
Damn. No bad dragon here.
Actually, wait. No, I think I posted something that had a bad dragon in it, but someone reported it. YouTube took it down, and then when I sent it for manual review, it was like, this isn't for like sexual gratification. This is for a meme. It's different. I'm doing it ironically, and somehow they actually like said,
"Damn,
okay, fine, whatever. Yeah, here's your video
I don't know
back."
how. Well,
I don't know how that
it's
worked.
listed but delisted. But there's like a really good, but like very very kink animation by Kubwa or something. There's like a giraffe Kubwa or something.
I've never heard of that.
I would send it to you, but it's probably not your thing.
No.
It's like a weight gain thing.
No.
So yeah, but it's really good. It's like a really well done animation, but it's not like taken down off YouTube. I found the same video uploaded by someone else. It was age restricted, but if on mobile, you know, when you take it down to the little bar, it said this video cannot autoplay due for kids. Like it somehow was age restricted at the same time of not having autoplay because it was made for kids. And I'm like,
that is the weird Kappa
and I'm like,
AI.
And I'm like,
in.
what the hell?
Yeah,
dude.
Kappa AI does that.
I'm like, dude, this giraffe is eating an entire cake and giant ass tits and stuff. Like,
I mean,
damn.
I don't know. I mean, I've seen like kids shows that did that because fucking kids animators are weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure like fucking like Nick Jr. and Cartoon Network have had weirder stuff.
Oh yeah. But it's for kids, so it's okay.
Yeah. Spy Girls. That was like fucking so many people's fetish awakenings.
Is that the one where they wore like green and red suits, like looking like Evangelion?
Maybe? I don't know.
Like one was yellow, green, and red.
That sounds right.
Okay, I'll have to look that up. Was that show any good?
I don't know. I never actually watched it. I've just seen so many clips of it that are like, yeah, this is what here's the exact moment in my childhood where I acquired this kink.
Man, I wish I had that because that's really funny.
Yeah.
To go through, but it all just kind of happened.
I don't know. Maybe because I didn't watch it, I'm actually vanilla.
I found the variant art from a very young age, so it's like, oof.
Yep.
I found furry very quickly.
Yeah, basically I got my fucking laptop that I set over there, like, behind the stack of VHS tapes and Bad Dragon tote bag.
I'm not opening that.
No.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't fool me again.
Yeah. Yeah, basically as soon as I got that laptop, I, like, pretty much just got on the internet, and this was back in, like, the forum days, back before, like, you know, Reddit and Twitter and stuff, back when it was like, okay, we have a forum, and it's hosted by random guy.
Random dude.
Yeah. And it's like, it started out as like a subdomain of a different domain. It was like on, I think it was hosted on some like weird French site because the site owner was French. It was like kolba.net, and then
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. And then they finally decided to actually buy their own domain name in like 2012 or something. I don't know. And they moved it, but they kept all the data there. And yeah, that's kind of where I hung around. And luckily, the first one I found was actually safe for work, and that was actually enforced. I'm not entirely sure how that happened, but yeah.
Yeah, MFF was pretty cool. I definitely want to go. And my friend Moondra, Krev is his name now. Krev.
Yeah.
He really wants to go to MFF. I'm sad that it's canceled this year because he's such a blast. Me and him vibe so well. I'm so glad he's gonna move in with us for UK when he goes to school. Because man, he's like a younger brother.
Yeah.
He's a year younger than me. But
Wait,
man,
you're telling me you're not related?
No, we're not.
Wow.
Wait, you actually thought?
I mean, kinda.
He has blonde hair. I have like jet black hair.
I don't know, man.
No,
My sister's got blonde hair and I got brown hair.
Yeah, I get. Okay, you know, you're right. I forgot that genetics can be very weird like that.
Yeah.
No, but that's actually really funny. You thought we were related. That's actually but now you see the vibe that we get. Like literally, it's like sibling. Like we just fucking beat the shit out of each other for no reason.
Fully the Panda.
No. Ow. Yeah, no. So I'm glad he's moving in. But yeah, he's a blast. But no, he's from E-Town. Yeah, he wants to get the hell out of E-Town.
Yeah.
I can't blame him. So yeah, whenever cons happen, I'm just gonna kidnap him.
Yep.
and then hopefully I can get a few more people. I might just make a circle, like a group of like, okay, whenever there's a con and we all can afford it, we all need to go.
Yep.
Because I was gonna go to AC with Sesh, one other person, and me. But then AC got canceled, of course.
Yeah.
But then that other person decided to block me for some reason. But it's whatever. So that person's now not ever going to a con with me again.
Oh yeah.
But things happen. It's whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, and then final day happened, and we were packing up to go, and I got an elevator with a flight attendant, which it's like as soon as the con ended, the normies just they just like spread out.
Yep.
There was one fursuiter in the lobby, and that's about it. There was like no other furries. Everyone else left.
Yeah.
At that point. And
then they started ripping the flooring out of the basement.
Yeah, they did. I saw that. Like oh man, it was too ugly to keep. But man, you know the carpet video that I sent you, the carpet camouflage
I saw
from
that.
Dragon Con.
Oh.
Different thing. Yeah, it was an April Fool's joke, but it's like no shit real. Like Dragon Con had this iconic carpet that they ripped up, and people like dug it out of the trash and like made uniforms and shit out of it.
Nice.
Oh, I want a BDU set of it so bad. And apparently it's like public domain. You could print fabric with it or something. Like, man, I gotta look into that.
Man, I got a silk screen.
Ooh, okay, you shouldn't have told me that.
Oh yeah.
How big can you make it? Because with your sewing machine, you should help me make Tiger Strike uniforms. Hell yeah.
I mean, I can only do one color at a time, but I have like an entire I forget how wide it is, but I have like an entire fresh roll of silk screen sheet, and I can do bigger. But basically, the only limitation to how big I can make it is how many sheets of like transparency acetate I have and how well I can stick them together, because basically, to make stuff with the silkscreen, I have to print it out on a regular like inkjet printer and then just stick them together, a bunch of sheets of like the overhead transparency paper.
Okay.
For like the overhead projector, just stick them together and put it out. Or I have to figure out how to mount my like weird battery powered projector and make it not turn off displaying a static image for a really long time. And also make sure there's no other light in the room because it uses photosensitive stuff to make things happen. Not entirely sure how that works.
But yeah, the final day I was trapped in an elevator with a flight attendant who asked me like what happened. Just I don't know why, or they asked me why I was there, and I was like, yeah, there was a huge con there. There's like 10,000 people here. It was really cool. As I'm wearing all my fucking badges. Thank fuck I had this one on. I just had this one on because all throughout the con I had every single badge I had, including my big fat badge, and that thing's huge. That thing literally like for those at home is like that fucking big. Which that's a story in of itself of how I got that laminated.
Yeah.
God, it's so funny. I might tell it at the end so you can just post that.
I don't know how much time we got.
Oh yeah, I forgot your tape, yeah.
Yeah, that's got 2 hours on that tape, and I have no idea how long we have left.
No, I was going to say we can wrap it up soon because I'm also out. Because yeah, we just drove home and it was boring and then I went home.
Yeah.
And then that's when everything hit and I slept for like 16 hours the next day. So it was pretty awesome.
Yep, I couldn't sleep for 16 hours the next day because I had work.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, that's the thing with all of the cons is like, pretty much no matter what, I end up staying up for like 24 plus hours with like maybe a 2-hour nap at some point.
Well, that's because you have night shift. You have to like readjust to everything.
And then like, my body is still on the daytime schedule when I get back, so it's like, well, I will sleep like complete crap.
My body is not ready.
Yeah. You know, I got back at like 1 p.m., and I had to go to work at 11 p.m., and I still hadn't showered, because I actually hadn't showered for 2 days, because on Sunday night, I also slept in the car.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, excuse you, gross. But yeah, no, that's my MFF story. Hopefully it wasn't too terrible.
Yeah. It wasn't that bad, or at least not worse than my Anthrocon story.
Hey, a lot, like, I have really bad memory issues with things, you know, medicine and all that, so I'm surprised I even remember I went to MFF.
Yeah. Yeah. I smell bread.
Dude.
That means the bread's almost ready.
Dude, let's go get that bread.
Let's go get that bread.
Dude, we're gonna make that bread. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you to the 5 people that are gonna watch this for watching this. Please like and subscribe and whatever.
Dad, I hope you're proud of me.
Bye.
Bye.